Yo, Livy, why is my friend? Livy, can you log in and just check if you can hear? All right. So, hi. Good evening. Good evening. So, this is Euro USD. Yes. Just waiting for a few people to join. Okay, 100%. Sound is on, everything. Great stuff. Great stuff. Oh, I'm so pumped up because I was just now in a. My love, would you please give me some water? I was just now in a mentorship call and we did some great analysis. Okay, so this is currently a trade that I'm watching. Euro USD. I'm just gonna bring it up on the chart quickly. Uh, ta-da. Thank you. Let me know who's watching. Let me know. Let me know. I'm just waiting for a few more people to join. Tara, we're looking at US Euro USD currently a currency pair before I'm starting with my back testing. This is a live trade running now. Ta-da-da-da-da. Here is the live link. I'm just sending the live link. Good evening, Melanie. Hope you're well. Okay, so for you who are more comfortable with YouTube, there is a chat box where you can ask me something in the chat. I can see it actually, it's just here in front of me. Or you want to make a comment. We're going to start in the next 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. I'm just sharing this to with my group. Okay, they're saying thank you. Good evening. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. All right, so here we are. I know there's different types of people joining me tonight. There might be good evening, good evening. There might be beginners and traders, advanced traders. Okay. So I'm just gonna give it a few minutes. I did say 7 p.m. to the other group. Um, but we're just gonna look at the markets while we wait, and people can just join in. Any questions, please send it in the chat, like the live. Good evening, Karen is here. Okay, so we're basically looking now at Euro USD, but this is not for my back testing. Here I am now on gold. As we can see, gold is currently sitting. Wait, I just want to bring something up. If you zoom out like this on the overall structure, I first like to go to my overall structure, which is on the 4 hour because I execute on 15 minutes. So on the 4 hour structure, you can see that gold is actually busy consolidating, but that doesn't mean that we can't take trades, right? So first, okay, perfect. Thank you for that comment. I don't know who it is, but thank you. So you can take notes. So what I'll first do for tonight's live, because there's two groups. There's beginner traders that is also joining my webinar tonight, who hasn't done the mentorship, but who's also not trading gold with us. But it's nice for you to be part of the gold session as well. After this, I'm going to go to Euro USD, which is for the beginners, and then I will talk you through how we're going to trade. I'm also going to share here tonight, help those people with the stop loss and take profit and the app, like helping you understand how to navigate yourself around your app. So, for instance, we're gonna take now a buy or sell trade. You need to know how the different orders work. Like a market execution order is when you place the trade, it will immediately open. But there's buy stops, there's limit stops, there's other types of orders that you can actually open on your chart. So I will try to just also, after I've done the back testing on the gold, I'll do the Euro USD. So we're gonna look at Euro USD because I know there's two groups of people here tonight. So welcome. I see a few more people has joined. If you are new, I'm Marilee. I've been trading for the past 4 years. I'm actually in my fifth year now. I've been consistently profitable now for 3 years. I'm focusing mostly on trading gold. So because of the strategy that we are using, it is a duplicatable strategy. So it means that you can trade it on any pair. Now, for tonight, I'm first going to do my back testing. So I'm going to start from Monday to until today, and we're just going to look at past trades that we took. Then we're going to talk a bit about the trades and yeah. So, okay. So back to gold. Gold for this week. Overall structure, we know that gold is it's at going all the way up, right? We do see a pullback currently from this area in October. We saw that the gold price actually dropped all the way from 4,300 or 4,400. If I have to zoom out like this for you, so you can actually see price drop all the way from 4,378 around there to it dropped all the way to 3900. So if I go to my daily chart, it's always good to get an overall view of the structure, right? So once you want to see, oh, it's Ibrahim, it's you. Okay, perfect. No problem. Thank you. So on there's different time frames that we look at the chart because we want to see you're looking at the same thing, you're looking at price, but you're looking on a different time frame. Now the higher time frames are the structure because we use structure, we used to read structure to understand or to speculate what price is going to do next, in what direction price is going to do. Because remember, you buy to in an uptrend and you sell in a downtrend. So you always want to start on your daily time frame, right? Which is your highest time frame when you do an analysis. But for myself, I don't use the daily time frame every day. But for the purposes of this, I just want to show you like how I can see the different time frames. We are over. When I say we are overall in an uptrend, I mean when it comes to the daily structure, when even monthly, weekly, monthly, when you look at overall structure, that means the market is overall strongly bullish. However, we're going to smaller time frames, and where I am currently, where I just said to you, this is an actual consolidation on the higher time frame, which is the 4-hour time frame, which I'm looking at now currently. So if you go lower than the 4-hour, you start seeing more candles, you start seeing prices dropping. I can see from here prices in a downwards direction, but it's still in this consolidation. So now where's price going next? Like it's Friday now. I can already see if I drop even lower. Let's just see. For me, it still looks bearish. Bearish means down. And currently it's in this resistance here. Sorry, support. The support here because price is currently above the support. So if price now break through here, then we can expect price then to drop. But how far will price drop? If we go to the 4-hour, we'll see that price might come back to 4,010 here, right here. So you don't currently on the 1-hour, we have this candlestick pattern. We have a doji here. We then start seeing prices still moving. This is the 1-hour candle now. And then what I would do is I would first wait for a break, right? So now let's go to Monday. So Monday, guys, we had a Monday. I went too far back now. Monday was the 17th. So I'm just going back in time and then we will fast forward to where we entered. So on Monday morning, this is where price was. So I just explained that we came from that high there. So price was actually in a downwards direction, right? So we saw some bearish pressure coming from the high. We see prices breaking, constantly breaking lows. Now that's when on Monday, when we came to the market, I actually want to say we first waited for the break, right? And that was around I just want to get the time right, around 7 a.m. So if I now take my chart to the 1-hour, I'm now on the 1-hour chart, right? And I don't forget the structure that I've seen on the 4-hour. So going back, this is where we currently are. 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's just move it fast forward. Sorry, that's too early. So this is the last 1-hour candle. Now we're looking at the 1-hour time frame candle. So that whatever happened in that 1 hour, I was waiting to see price break here because of this break here, guys. You can see the strong candle here. It is a break in structure candle. And this is basically the trade I sent out in the group. My entry was at 4080. My TP1 was at 4060. And my TP2 was at 4050. Don't forget to like this live. Please, it's on my channel, so you can like the live. Thank you. So now I went to the 15 minute to get a good entry. Because I know on the 1 hour, check here, on the 1 hour, right? We start seeing the break came back. This is where currently where price is. So the idea was to get in at 4080, right there. If you look here to your right, you start seeing price goes 478, 480, right there. And as that broke, we said stop loss 4081. Was a bit tight, but it was supposed to be just above this candle here. This candle, if I zoom out. So 480, first we wait for that price to break. As soon as it break 4080, that was going to be the entry. The first TP was going to be 4060. Okay, around here. Why did I? Okay, yeah. That in itself was 2000 pips, 200 pips from there to there. So that was the first TP, and then it was 4050 was the second. 4050 is around here, right? Perfect. So that was going to be my second TP at 4050 because it's a key level. Then as soon as price broke, right? That 15 minute, this is now, I was now watching on the 15 minute and not on the 1 hour. Because it looks like this on the 1 hour, here's where your candlestick knowledge comes in. Because you now can start seeing that the 1 hour candle is starting to break structure. So we go to the 15 minute and we start seeing that price is breaking these, you see? So you can get immediately in, but because the strategy, it's always good also to wait for a pullback. However, once you start seeing structure break is valid, right? Thank you for those who like the live. So you start seeing this red candle on the 15 minute and it's breaking these lows here. You can get in aggressively. However, just make sure your stop loss is at least above this last candle here. And then once I got in, I know my team was a bit too late. Some of you guys could not enter. But can you see what happened? As soon as that candle broke out, it dropped all the way to 4060 and it hit TP1 immediately. Right? So 1, 2, 3, that was 4 candles of the 15 minute. And check, and our TP2 was at 4050. And then it went straight to 4050, which was TP2. And then what did it do? It started pulling back. Now, let's see if price gave us another entry. Because normally what the market will do is, remember this is a major zone as well. Because now, if I'm checking on the 1 hour, you see there's a candle break here. This is a 1 hour candle and it is breaking out of the zone. So on the 15 minute, it's also breaking out of the zone. So if this is my candle that I was using for it to break out of my zone and my stop loss is there, let's see if when price is now pulling back, how far is price pulling back? Okay, so then this is what gold did. Some days it will come back to your zone and then continue the structure. But in this case, it reversed totally. Now you need to go back to a higher time frame and understand why did price not come back here and then just reject off of the zone and then went down. Go to the 1 hour now. I'm so glad you said that you are taking notes. Go to the 1 hour. And this is when I told the team it's going to go back to 4100. Because remember this on the 1 hour, let me just zoom out. Can you see this break on the 1 hour? Remember on what time frame you are. We took this entry on a 15 minute. It's you were we made money, or if you didn't take the trade, you might not have made money on that trade. But it's important to understand why we took the trade. Even though I made money on this trade, and you might have lost on the trade, psychologically, it's don't feel you will feel the fear of missing out. You will feel those fears, but there's always another trade. For me, it's important that you understand why did we enter there? Why is your stop loss there? And why did you put your take profit there? So that's why I'm explaining to you what happened here. Now, on the 15 minute, it broke out here, right? And it you can clearly see it went to grab all this liquidity. Because if we check at this low here, and we check how price rejected off there, we can see price actually just came back to reach that previous low, and then it reversed up. So now my expectation would have been, okay, maybe price then would just come back and give us a read. That's why I wouldn't re-enter there, because now you want price to reject again off the zone, and it did not do that. So that's how you know that that zone is now invalid. So let's see what price did. Then check there. Sorry, so price actually went to this high here. Because remember, here's a high, and here's a high. So price pulled all the way back to this high right here. Can you see? And then let's see what then happened. Tested that high there, consolidated for a while, and then dropped. Look here, after it dropped here, pulled back again, rejected at that area. And you see how it's pulling back and rejecting off the previous high. I want you to see this. Look where it ended at 4010. It eventually went to the key level. However, if we check here, what happened here? So if you were trading this in the New York session, right? That was London session in the morning. So now I'm on the 1 hour, right? And I can clearly see price came out. This was definitely a fake out. But check the structure on the 1 hour, man. How these candles was just pushing off or rejecting off here, right here. If I had a resistance level here, and I zoom in, just remove this quickly. Remove. Oops. Remove that. All these markings, remove this. And just have that rejection. What are we constantly seeing here? We're seeing rejections on the 1 hour. And then price dropped all the way down to 40010. And that's how you manage your trade. Now, sometimes the trade will hit your stop loss. It's not the end of the world. Stop loss is set there for you to protect your capital. It's about risk management. Because the first job of a trader is to not lose more than what you make. So if you have a stop loss and it hits your stop loss, it's fine. You took a small loss. Now you reduce your risk like I do. You don't use the same risk size. You go in you stick. If you have a small account, you stick to 0.01. So now you go back in and you can make up that loss again if the trade setup is still valid. But then you need to be able to read the structure. Now I can see when I go back now to the 1 hour, this is just me testing back on the trade that we took on Monday. We can clearly see I got in here, took some profits off. I took some profits off when I did our TP2. Remember, was 4050, right there. Took my profit. Then price go back. Maybe you were in the trade. The trade hit your stop loss, and then it started playing in this area, but then it eventually dropped. Now, if things happen like that, you always make up your money. You will always get another trade if you execute properly. So on Monday, this was the sell that we took. Um, if you have any questions, let me know on this, because I can go deeper in. So whatever setup that I'm going to show, I'm going to try to just give you the reason for entry, the reason for stop loss, and the reason for TP. So that was Monday's trade. So now I'm going to move forward to the trade we took on Tuesday. So for those who are new, I am busy. We analyze the gold market, and we're doing back testing for this past week, the trades we took during the week. Okay, so Tuesday was interesting. Tuesday was the 18th. Very interesting day, and this is good because we took a loss. This is a good, I want to show this because we took a loss. So on Tuesday, let me just move forward to on the 1 hour. Tuesday, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4. There we go. Okay. Now I'm on the 1 hour. Remember what I said first? We can see we traded with the direction on the Monday, right? Because the current direction was more bearish than bullish. So let me just go to the Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. So we were here. It was strongly bearish, as we can see with the break here, breaking this low, and then coming retesting this area here at 4010 from the previous day. So now it's a new day, and we're starting to see prices heading is actually basically tapping into a previous demand where it broke out of. What do I mean by that? So if I look at this and I zoom in, you see this bullish candle here. So we can start seeing that price move all the way up. Now we can also take that as a support area right here, because price broke out there, went all the way up, and then came down. And so we are currently at the support. We call that a support because price is now below. This area is below where price is currently trending at. So as price is at a support level, we should actually look for buys. This is our first, it's sitting at the strong support. So my thinking was I want to buy from that support. But trading a demand and supply zone setup from a support area is sometimes very tricky because you can be faked out so many times. Now Tuesday was a loss, but I'll explain now why we actually lost. So I sent out, we're going to buy, right? And I was going to buy at 4016. 4016. So on the 1 hour, when we came to the market, sorry. Yeah. So let me just zoom in so you also can see. Why did I say 40? Okay, so as you can see here, price came strongly bearish, right? And I could see price wants to go to 4,050 again. It wants to go up again to this area here, at least where it broke out of this supply zone, right? Because we can see this, it broke out these two lows here. So I can start seeing price coming back up. And then that candle gave me, okay, looking at how that candle closed, it's a bullish candle. It's the pattern also there at the support. It's starting to give us like a few bullish momentum candles coming in. So I said 4016 is our entry. 4034 is our TP1. Let's go. So this was the plan. The plan was 4016, which is right there. Entry right here. TP1 4034 around there. And then that's a rest reward of, let me just see, 4010. Stop loss is just so below this candle. So that is a 0.1 is to 2 rest reward and 4.50. You guys remember this trade? So 330 pips. Rest reward is 1 is to 4. So that was the plan, right? So on the 15 minute, we went over. That is our target up here. Let me just bring this. And then I want to show you, don't forget the 1 hour structure, guys. So the support that I have here at the bottom is based on this low here. Oops. These lows here. Let me just delete it. But yeah, this low here. So now we are at the support. 15-minute price is starting to break. So as soon as it breaks there, I said, because it's breaking highs, I said, let's get in aggressively. I got in actually. And this is where I did my stop loss. Right? So that's why I took a loss. Right there, when price is at 40, I think we got in 4006. Is this right here? That was a loss. So we got out, stopped out. The price is looking like, wow, it's dropping now instead of going all the way up. So I want to show you what happened then. Check here. So now price just stopped us out because our stop loss was right. Don't think your stop loss was wrong. Your stop loss was right because it was according to structure and it was below structure. Yes, you could have had it. You could have probably said, okay, but why don't you put your stop loss there? That is not a risk reward that makes sense because you're losing more money to make less money. So you will you keep your risk low so that you can go for more, so that your reward is high. It should always be, in order for you to be a profitable trader, because you can win big, but you can also lose big on days. So you need to keep your risk to reward ensure on a consistent basis. If you take 5 trades in a week, at least 3 of your trades need to be 3 times the size. The size of your win must be 3 times bigger than your size of your loss. So so I can show you my results. I actually ended this week with more than, if it's dollars, I've ended with more than 20K because, and I took a loss of, say, my loss on Wednesday was $200, $213. So if you look at, I think it's 3,600, but you still, at the end of the week, you still end your week profitable, even though you took that loss, because on Mondays, Wednesday, and Thursday, we had some winning trades that could make up. I think yesterday, what trade? Okay, we're getting there Thursday. But that is, the idea is for you to have your risk reward, your stop loss, always according to the last candle that broke up, always according to structure, right? So as you see, we took that loss, price came, manipulated us, broke out, didn't even test a previous low. Because if you look to your left now, it didn't even come, because this is where that low is, drop. Okay, it did actually. It actually did. So if I go back to this, on this line is the previous low, and I go all the way back, you see the wick. That wick actually went to go and test it. So we were stopped out. But like I always say, if your setup is still valid, that's what I say. But then you need to read structure on the 1 hour. And you start seeing, okay, but this 1 hour is just a week. It's just a week. And where did it close? On the 15 minute, we start taking, and price is starting to break up, push up. After this, could have been a nice entry again. As soon as it breaks there, your stop loss, look at this. Once the stop loss is again at 410, TP1 Now you're just aiming for your TP2 at 4050. And check there. So it eventually reached the TP, but we were stopped out. I didn't re-enter again. And then check what happened. So even if you re-entered after you took a loss and you held open to this next high here, that would have been according to structure, right? You would have made triple back. That's 5,000, almost 6,600 pops from that entry with a reduced risk on your second entry. So you would have made 3 times more back of what you lost, and that's why you can still be, but you need to be able to read structure. So this was Thursday, Tuesday straight. I took it as a losing day for me because it hit my stop loss and I didn't re-enter actually, unfortunately. I got busy. But if you took a re-entry on the straight, that would have been a nice R for you as well. So again, we took this trade based off a support level. Now we're going to the one to the Wednesday. If you are new, we are just going through the trades we took for this week. We're back testing the strategy on gold. Okay, just allow me to take a sip of water. All right, so now we're gonna look at Wednesday. Wednesday was right. So now we're starting again our analysis on the 4 hour. Let's just look at. We just want to see the structure for the 4 hour. I keep my key levels on there. So the 4 hour. Let's go to Wednesday. Let's just move a little bit forward. Okay. So currently the CSW price was sitting at on the 4 hour, right? The next day, Wednesday. We start seeing prices still bouncing off that key level around there. We also see we are overall in a uptrend, but there's bearish structure also sitting here after this low has been broken. And the previous day, remember, we traded off the support area. But now we're going to go more up. And then this is now currently where price is sitting. And I remember that was this was a crazy trade, guys. I might double my target on this day. This was my best day. Wednesday. I said to you guys, I'm expecting price to break this resistance and continue breaking this resistance and continue going bullish up. And I will wait for a break at 4076 right here. So when I came to the market, right, this is what I marked off. Now you see, I keep things very simple. I don't have a lot of indicators. I the cleaner the chart, the more clearer I can see the price action and the market structure. So now I waited for a break at 40077. And okay, this was still early. That was 5 a.m. Let's see. Go to 7 o'clock. around 7 past 7, and this was that candle. And I actually took a very, very early entry at, let me just see here, 4076. Like I said, if it breaks at 4076, I'm gonna get in. But 4077 would have been a nice entry as well, because if you check at 407, yeah, 4076, 4077. So as soon as it broke there, now, okay, first before I go to that, let me first show you what was the candle that just, the candle that just made me see it. I just saw it. So check on the 1 hour. It was all based on time frames. Now the 1 hour candle, this was the candle that before the trade started to move. Remember, guys, I sent you a picture that looks like this. Where is this, the 1 hour or the 15 minute? Okay, this was the 15 minute. I sent a picture that showed this is a resistance here, right? It's a resistance based on the 1 hour. That's a resistance, but how this was a very early entry out, because I could see we are coming from the support here. We have this bullish candle. We start seeing rejection of here. If we have, here's a zone, that's a demand zone. So actually on the 1 hour, price is sitting at a demand zone. But on the 15 minute, it's busy consolidating the whole time. Thus, it's doing this, doing this. Now also paying attention to the fact that price already, here's the one rejection, where's the two rejections. And if price really wanted to come back again, then I would have known. So I was watching it to see. This was such an early entry. So I said 4077. This is the entry I gave in the group, right? Right here. Because I wanted you guys to enter with me, right? As price break here. We're gonna take that entry. We're gonna have a stop loss as tight as that. And then I said I could see price going all the way to 4150. So let's go all the way up. 41. I could see it. I could see price going to 4150. Right? If you look at this previous lows, right? That's how I set the target. And then TP1 was actually in according to year 4100, right? We had a first TP. We're taking first TP there. Now on the 15 minute, as soon as the price break out, this was in the morning. There you can see 6:30, 6:45. So 7 o'clock. There we go. And that trade just went crazy. It just went crazy. You see, and then it came back also to give you an entry again. Can you see? It gave you a second, and I was holding through this pullback, took some profits yet for 100, and this trade just went crazy. Like, okay, so it never reached for 150, which is 7,000 or 700 pips. It came all the way to 4135. But again, check, we're gonna go check why did it reverse at that very level. Yeah, we already 1 is to 10 risk reward. If you check on this tool, if you entered here, your stop loss was there, and you took profit right here when price reversed, that was a 1 is to 10 risk reward. It's 5,000 pips or 500 points, if you want to call it like that, on gold without gold hitting your stop loss. That was a crazy entry and a crazy trade. We don't get that every day, but that was just based on understanding structure and know when it breaks, when you get in. So yeah, you let's go to the 1 hour. Price broke here. You see on the 1 hour how the structure look, guys. Yeah, it broke and it gave a pullback on the 1 hour. So that right there, your zone, look how it's rejecting off. Same principles. Same principle. Every time the same principle that I'm using, the same strategy, the same things I'm looking at. Combine it with your time frames, and it's a life change. It's a concept. So I took a loss for $200 on Tuesday, like I said. Monday we had a win, Tuesday we had a loss. Yeah, I made double, like triple what I made the 2 days. So you're already profitable. This is your third trade for the week, and you left a runner like that. And it didn't even, what was nice about this trade, I didn't hold all the way to 4130. I took my profits around 10, which was here. That was 4,000. It's still 400 pips on gold with a decent lot size, or even if you have a 0.01 lot size with a dollar account, that could have been more than you could have made up if you lost, maybe even, like, say for instance, you lost that's $40, right? That's $40 for you at 10 o'clock with a 0.01. You could have still made up if you lost maybe $10 the previous day, $40 the next day. You are up to $30 still. So that's how I look at it, right? By applying the same strategy, everything, and being disciplined also. So this is how I spotted this early entry, guys, due to my different time frames, and also I broke it down for you. We came from this structure here. We came all the way from this structure, retesting, we start seeing that breakout there, and a continuation to the next lows here. And check how price then on the 15 minute, if you go all the way back, you would see that is areas where price was previously and when it dropped there as well. So it dropped, came all the way back. That's why I always say, that's why I have a TP1 and a TP2, because you can't be greedy also in the market. The market, I never expect the market to give me profits. I go to the market, I'm confident in my strategy, I analyze the market, and then I follow my plan. But I don't expect the market to give me money every single day, because that's unrealistic of me to think that I will make the same amount of money every single day. And I know that's the hardest, because you are in trading for the money. But if you want to be in trading for consistently profitable, that's why many traders fail at trading and they lose money so much, because they're coming with an expectation instead of focusing on your structure, on your plan, trading your plan instead of trading your for the money. Because when you're trading it for the money, you're trading with emotions and you're not seeing the clear structure. Because even though I'm showing you all the amazing Monday trade we took, the Wednesday trade we took now, the Tuesday trade that did not play out, Tuesday trade that hit our stop loss but eventually played out. Sitting in the live trade, you can watch this live video now and feel, wow, it's a lot of money. I could have made that money. But I tell you, when you are in a live trade, your emotions are now also part of you and involved in this live market with you. Now, yeah, we are looking at me back testing. We're looking back in time. Remember, I took this trade live with real money and there was real emotions involved. So that's why I teach that you need to become confident in the skill, become confident in knowing how to analyze, knowing where to set your take profit. Because while you are in a trade, you can't doubt yourself. Oh my God, the market is pulling back. It's going to hit my stop loss. You can't start to panic. Yes, you panic. It is human to panic, but you need to control that, because you're trading a plan, you're not trading the money. The money is a byproduct of your discipline and your patience. So once you are in these trades, and this is what makes me a profitable trader, is not the strategy. Yes, I'm teaching a basic, simple strategy. You can apply it on any market and all that. However, it's the sitting and the waiting. can't tell you how many times I've been like in trades, and it happens still with me. I'm profitable, but it happens with me. I'm in a trade, and it's at my TP. It's so close to TP1, take profit one, and you are now you just wanted to eat that, and you have that urge, like, maybe I should take my profit. There's days when, like this, when you just have to let it run to your structure, let the trade play out. But that also, patience are being developed. It's a skill. You have to develop it. You have to take trades over and over and over again to get the reps in. It's like any other skill. Doctors, they go 7 years and they go and study to become doctors, to master the skill. So you also have to put in the time, you have to put in effort in the market with your emotions, learn to see whether you are, because I can tell you, most traders who are losing, it's not the market or the strategy that is the problem. The problem is you. So you can, like I said, with this trade, we got like, even if you just took your trade, your money here, that's still a zero, a 1:8 risk to reward. Now a risk to reward, you always want it to be more than 1:2 and more. You don't want to take trades every day with 1:1, 1:3, 1:1 and less. 1:1 and less means you're losing. You're making less than what you are risking. And that is not, you won't become profitable. You have to think of trading as as income and expenses. So when we talk about the risk to reward, we're saying we want to risk. You have to risk. If you're not okay with a risk, another thing, risk. There's always a risk with trading. There's always a risk and the risk is simply losing money is a risk. Stop loss is there to protect you from losing too much money. Because there's days when we have a losing day, but you will make up for those days if you follow your plan. Only if you follow your plan, only if you follow your process, and you ensure that your trades that you take the next day is got 3 to 4 risk to reward. You are targeting 4 times what you are risking, and you are following your plan. Because no use I'm going for 120, right? And say I want to take profit there for 1:8 risk reward, but I take profit only like when a market gets here, it's 1:3. Imagine I just took profits at 1:3, and there's all that money there because you couldn't be patient. And that is the difference between becoming profitable and unprofitable. Because I can teach you the strategy, I can teach you how to get into the market, when to get in, when to get out. But the patience of holding your trades open, that is where the real skill comes in. Okay, you guys are quiet. I hope you are still there. I've been ranting now. I just felt like I wanted to share, and you can become profitable if you are disciplined and have patience. All right, so now let's look at Thursday's trade. I think we took a sell. Oh, okay. Thursday's trade. Now you see how the good trade we took now on Wednesday, right? So let me just move to Thursday. Okay, right. So, mm, so now we're still seeing price going from this reason, from this level at 4010, which is a key level. And I am still thinking that price wants to go to 4150, right? So it hasn't reached 4150 on Wednesday, but I could still see that structure could still go there. However, when we like with me, I don't have a bias for like I don't analyze the chart the day before for a trade for tomorrow. I come to the market every morning with a clean chart. I also look at the clean analysis. I start all over my analysis. I don't come with yesterday. Okay, we took a buy yesterday, so today we're gonna took a sell, or we took a buy yesterday, so we must buy again today. No, I look at structure because I believe that the structure, if you trade structure, you're following the market. The more you're not trying to master the market, you just follow, you react to what the market is presenting. If the market shows a bullish candle, we are following the bullish momentum because this is a trend trading strategy. So when we're following the trend always. Now on the 4 hour, I emphasize again, it's important for me to see, okay, overall we are in a uptrend, right? However, we currently I can start seeing that price is busy reversing because we saw that higher high, price was making a new higher high, then it's making a lower low, lower high, lower low, um, lower high, lower low, and then went back and retest us low here, and then it's starting to drop again. So looking like that structure, seeing that structure, you see based on this, yeah, let me just delete this. Check now. Does it want to break, or does it want to just reject off here and then continue going up? We don't know, we can't see, so we're gonna have to wait for certain confirmations. Now, when you go to the 1 hour, what time was this? Okay, this was the time we came to the market on Thursday. Yesterday, sorry. Yesterday, basically yesterday. Yeah. So I saw, yeah, this was also a very weird trade. Very weird yesterday. Okay, I see where I was now. Let me just 405. So even though it was sitting at this resistance, sorry, at the support, I said I saw on the 4 hour. Let me just check here quickly. I just want to check the 15-minute time frame look like this. Okay. So the 1 hour, this looks different, man, than the structure I saw. Okay, if I go here, if I go to the 15-minute, boom. Okay. So this here was I actually sent a picture like this. This with the red, with the blue. Where I had this marked off. Because I thought, yeah. So this is also, I think, how I was faked out here. And you can see even I made that mistake. So 1 hour, when I saw that, right, it's sitting at the support. However, I said I'm gonna take a quick scalp. That was my words. I'm just gonna take a quick scalp because this is what I was thinking. Because I can see price is currently sitting here and it has to come to 4060 and 4040 here. 4055, sorry. Yeah, right? So this was the thinking. Price is now rejecting off here and it's going to drop to come here. Right. So I was going to take just a quick scalp because the market was looking like this, unknowingly that it was actually busy consolidating. So now we see this break on the 15-minute here, right? This candle. So this zone was based off that 15-minute, this break here. And I'm seeing sitting, I can see price broke, came back to this resistance. Now it's here at this resistance for a second time, right? So price is basically broke, came back, pushed up, go back. Now it's sitting there. So I'm expecting it to go back and reach that previous low again. That's why I said, okay, entry is going to be, if this price now drops, I'm going to enter. Look at this candlestick pattern as well. So it's giving me a bit of confirmation on the 15 minute. However, I must say I wasn't too confident in this setup, but it's 4065. And that's why I said I'm just going to take a quick scalp. So a quick scalp to me means just go for 100 pips. So all the way down, 4055 was, sorry, 4078 was the stop loss, a very tight stop loss. Like you can see, this was the stop loss. And then we had TP1, 4060 was here, 60. And then 4055 for TP2. So as soon as we saw price starting to move, this is what we did. Like, okay, yeah, it's moving now. As soon as price broke through here, broke there, I got in. And then price moved, but and price dropped. We said 4060, right? No, 4060 is the first TP. Just want to show you how it worked best. Okay, and you got, and there we go. So I had to actually took profits around, what is that price? Anyhow, so price came down. As you can see, only went to 1:4 as reward. We wanted to target 1:5, 1:5 around there. Came back to our, what do you see? It's coming back, right? And then it's giving you another chance to enter, basically. Check there. How that wick is rejecting off. And now on the second candle, it reads our 4060. Right there. 4060 and 4055 was our TP2 at the bottom here. So it went up again into that zone there, as you can see. And look how it further dropped even all the way down here. So I would say take your profit as soon as it reaches TP2, 4055, and then maybe leave a runner until you see price starting to reverse like this. Like on the 1 hour, let me just zoom it out. Sorry for that. I don't know what this does. I don't know what that is. So this was Thursday's trade. Again, same entry. Look where the stop loss is so super tight. And then price just dropped from there. So that was Thursday. I don't trade on Friday. So that was the last trade I took for the week. And I'm satisfied. I'm profitable for the week. I like the growth on my account. So that is basically it. And then we have patience, we have consistency that we follow every single day. It matters what time you're coming to the market. It matters also how you manage your trade. I didn't speak about that, or I won't speak about that now tonight. But managing me just means when you're up in profits, when is enough for you? You understand? Because I set TP1s and TP2s to basically replace that from, or not replace, remove that where you are not sure, am I supposed to take profit? Where must I take? I'm up in profit. Do you think I should take it? You can never ask me that, because for when you trade with a small account, I would say as soon as you even hit one TP1, you take your profit, because you're trading with a small account. Every profit that you make, you are building up. You're building up, because you're not gonna go for the big moves every time, and you're not gonna get those big moves every single time. But yeah, guys, after 2 mentorship sessions and Now this life, I'm starting to feel like it's getting to me. But I hope you've learned something here tonight. You've seen how I apply the strategy. You've seen how I look at the market. Yes, Melanie, it is a lot to take in. It is, if, especially when you're a beginner. I'm talking about pullbacks. I'm talking about risk reward. I'm talking about so many concepts. So that's why um, the beginner foundational knowledge, like I said, first get that sorted. The forex language, the terminologies. Try to get good at understand what is support, what is resistance, what is a zone, what is a the basic definitions. Get that. When once you have that settled, then you get to the stage where you can actually talk strategy. You talk structure, because to read structure is not gonna happen in a week. No, you to be realistic with you, I've spent hours of my time studying the market for 5 years. I'm now in my fifth year. I've been studying it for 5 years to get all the term, and obviously it's now second nature. Some of these things to me, and I'm also teaching. I've been teaching now for this 2 years. So obviously, as I'm teaching, I keep on memorizing this information. So but for you, you must spend time with the charts. You must get into the charts. You must try on a demo, and that's what it's giving you a platform where you can actually test the strategy on demo. Test this on a demo, and try to see on other pairs, currencies. Look at other markets, and try to just get your head around the basics first. I am trying to help people. I'm trying to not gatekeep the information. I can also only help so much, because obviously I have a life and I have other things that I'm busy with, but I am really trying to assist and not gatekeep the information, and help where I can. But it must come from you. Must have a passion and want to learn, want to do this. But it is a life changing skill. I don't have to say this because some of you know this. It's a high income skill. Once you have it, once you master it, you can change your life and your family's life. And I know it's cliche, it sounds cliche, but once you have a disciplined system, and that was my life change, that is changed my whole trading journey for me. I followed so many people and wanted to be like this one, and then I realized and I developed into this trader now where I don't watch anyone. I'm focused on my own strategy. I'm focused on my journey. I have a system that works. I don't have to add, I don't have to subtract. We keep following because consistency is going to make you consistent money, not deviating from this. And if you are thinking of joining my mentorship, if you're learning from multiple people, you're going to be so confused. I'm just saying that now, like with disclaimer. I'm not just teaching. I'm teaching people who can witness about my teaching. They can see like differences in their accounts. I get messages on a daily basis of people that I'm helping, who who I'm not teaching you something that's not practical, that it's not adding value to your trading journey, because I've been through the losses. I've been through the losses, guys. And I tried even here on my YouTube channel. I haven't even documented the things I've documented. I haven't even documented 50% of the things that I've actually had to go through my trading journey before I actually start to see the good money. But you don't have to go through that, because you can learn from others. So yeah, thank you guys for joining tonight. Let me know. I see there's now 6 people. A few people dropped, but I know of a few people who joined here tonight. Thank you guys. Yeah, and that is it for tonight. I was gonna go through Euro USD, but yeah. So we were looking at gold now, right? I don't trade currencies anymore the way I used to, but because I'm mentoring beginner traders, I'm actually back in the market with Euro USD, and I'm looking at GBP USD as well, which is currencies that's not moving too fast, but it can give you also very nice profits if you trade it properly. So for those of you who's also struggling with capital, I would say there's something called prop firms. If you're not into prop firms, you first need, in any case, a solid strategy before you go to a prop firm. Believe me, you need to know a strategy, you need to be good at the strategy, and you need to have extremely discipline. But what I wanted to say now also is like not just the strategy. If you're struggling with capital, start with currencies. Start with that Euro USD and GBP USD and GBP JPY. Those are currency pairs that still moves nice, but it's not too fast. But you can still make money on it. And also, you don't need that a lot of capital. Like with gold, I will never say to someone, trade gold with me with your $100. Like if I want to do it, it's fine, but it is risky. You can easily lose $100 instead of if you now have more than maybe $200 to $300. You have a little bit of cushion to trade gold because gold you need a little bit more capital, $500 at least, $500. Start at least with that. So, but with the currencies, you can start with your $100 and then do the 0.01. Now, I didn't talk about risk management here tonight because obviously it was just about back testing. But yeah, thank you, Charlene. Charlene says since joining your mentorship, my charts look a lot cleaner. Ah, I love to hear that. I love to see that, and I love to hear that because we keep it simple. We don't overcomplicate. We keep it simple. I love to hear that. Yeah, that's a goal, man. We don't want to. This I'm so the more simple or basic it is, the better because I feel like the emotions is so when you are so in the trade, you are already emotional, so you have to focus on getting your emotions right. So having too much noise around you, that's why I am focusing on trading one pair. It might be not the ideal thing because there's so many other things to trade and pairs, and it's so. But for me, focusing on one is also my edge. It helps me to track my progress. I only focus when I do back testing on a Sunday evening. I do my journaling. So only have to journal on one page. I don't have to go to two because that would just fry my brain. Because now I'm already thinking about so many things. But yeah, guys, that is it. That is it. Any questions? Let me know. Inbox me. I know I said to William's group we're starting at 7, but we actually started at 6. As soon as I sent the link, I actually started at 6. I told William's group that we're starting at 7. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I will be back. I will let you know when we go live again. It will probably be on a Friday. So yeah, I hope you guys have learned something here tonight as well. Thank you. See you. Bye. Have a good weekend and have a good day further. God bless you. Bye. I only see 4 people like this video or like the live, and there was more than 9 people on this at some point. But it's okay. Thank you. It's a pleasure, Melanie. Thank you for tuning in. Who else is here? My post. That's Ibrahim. Is Karen. Like Aunt Karen. Bye. See you. Bye.